In the immediate aftermath of Brexit, the UK faced numerous challenges. Currency exchange rates fluctuated wildly, impacting everything from travel costs to the price of imports. Visa requirements and roaming fees changed, adding an extra layer of complexity to an already intricate situation. Yet, despite these initial obstacles, the UK did not falter. Instead, it adapted. The government worked tirelessly to mitigate the effects of these changes and even planned for a global health insurance card, demonstrating their commitment to their citizens' well-being abroad. As the UK was grappling with the immediate aftermath of Brexit, an unforeseen obstacle emerged: the COVID-19 pandemic. This global health crisis brought about an unprecedented global recession, leaving no country, including the UK, unscathed. The economic impact was twofold. Firstly, the pandemic disrupted global supply chains, exacerbating the economic challenges already posed by Brexit. Secondly, it led to a sharp contraction in the UK's GDP, as businesses closed and consumer spending plummeted. Amidst this, a new wave of advocacy for rejoining the European Union emerged, arguing that the combined economic impact of Brexit and the pandemic was too much for the country to bear independently, yet the debate was far from one-sided. Despite the challenges, many continued to argue for the potential benefits of Brexit, such as the ability to forge new trade deals and control immigration policy. This ongoing debate, filled with uncertainty, promises to shape the country's economic and political landscape for years to come. As the pandemic raged on, another issue came to the forefront: immigration. The UK, now outside the EU, had regained control over its immigration policy. However, this did not come without its challenges. The English Channel, a natural border between the UK and mainland Europe, became a focal point of intense debate. Illegal crossings were on the rise, and the UK found itself having to negotiate new agreements with its closest neighbor, France. UK-French cooperation over controls at their shared borders has been formalized through a series of bilateral agreements. Most recently, a declaration issued after the UK-France Leaders Summit in March 2023 pledged to drastically reduce the number of channel crossings year on year, and included related financial commitments for the UK of around £476 million between 2023-24 and 2025-26. This move showcased the UK's ability to negotiate and collaborate outside of the EU, emphasizing its commitment to security and defense cooperation. Yet the financial burden of such an agreement sparked a fresh wave of debate. Was the UK's economic performance strong enough to justify such a massive expenditure? As the landscape continued to shift, opinions were divided. Some saw this as a necessary cost of independence, while others questioned whether the benefits of Brexit were starting to be outweighed by its complexities and challenges. As the dust settled on the immigration debate, the UK found itself on a precarious balance beam. On one side, the freedom and control regained post-Brexit. On the other, the economic stability that was at risk. The UK's decision to invest heavily in combating illegal immigration, while demonstrating its commitment to security and defense, also raised questions about its economic performance. Was the cost of independence becoming too high? The UK was now navigating uncharted waters, steering its own course outside the EU, but at what cost? This delicate balancing act the UK found itself in, raising questions about the real price of independence and the potential economic implications. Will the UK's economy withstand these pressures, or are we witnessing the beginning of a financial downfall? This economic shift has multifaceted implications on to stay Brexit or to return to EU decision. The implications of the UK's decision to leave the EU are multifaceted and complex. It brought about significant changes, both positive and negative, to the UK's economic landscape. Whether these changes justify the decision to leave the EU is a question that is likely to continue to spark debate for years to come. With the challenges faced by the UK post-Brexit and the government's struggle to mitigate the economic impact raise the question of whether the Brexit was a thought-through move. Both Conservative and Labour parties seem to have made their minds not to return to EU. Sir Keir Starmer, the Labour leader, remains cautious about Britain's relationship with the EU. He has promised not to reverse Brexit and has ruled out rejoining the single market or the customs union. Instead, he wants to make Brexit work better, a task already begun under Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister. Do you think the no-return stance is in the interest of UK with the current economic conditions? Drop your thought and comments at the comments section.